Live from New York. Shows just stating facts. Patriots are the best team in the AFC. It's an empirical show.
Well, then just say the NFL.
Yeah, you can say the league.
If you're going to say that, then say the NFL.
Well, I haven't even seen, I don't know.
What?
Your standings
What do
are
you
only
mean?
AFC
You haven't
based.
seen them play the Colts or the Broncos, who are the other two lost teams. You're saying it because they're 9-2. So
Chris, you want to do the jib move again? Live from New York. It's a show that's just stating facts. Patriots are the best team in the league.
There you go.
Just empirically.
I like that.
Bears in Minnesota, Sunday at 1 on Fox.
Oh, here we go.
Now, week 1, they met, and it was that weird game Caleb sizzled, and then he fizzled. JJ won Player of the Week for a hot quarter. Kind of a weird Player of the Week.
Yeah.
Now, last week, Danny, we had a question on the show. It was supposed to just be a regular old TV sports question.
Right.
I said, can you guarantee that Caleb is going to beat the Giants? Which it's really just parlance for how, are you very confident?
Who you got?
Or who you got.
Yeah. Do you believe in your guy?
Do you believe in
Yeah.
your guys? Anything.
Not what happens.
It's also just like talk about the game.
Yeah.
And you went on this big thing, unloading all this trauma and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Bringing up Kyle Orton.
Oh, he's like, you don't understand.
Right.
Oh, and this and that. I'm like, man, we're in uncharted waters on sports television. So I'm scared
to go deeper.
I'm scared to ask this question.
I don't think you are.
Because I had to be the Caleb guy, and then it worked.
Yeah.
Are you willing to guarantee with your chest that Caleb, who you called the one, and we had him like a Luke Skywalker outfit.
It was Neo.
Whatever.
Luke Skywalker.
Outplays
Know your side.
J.J. McCarthy.
First of all,
Oh, my gosh.
I would just like to say, you guys ruined my day with this question. Because
Outrageous.
Why? It should be so easy.
JJ McCarthy.
hold on a second. Hold on a
You
second.
don't remember pre-Jim McMahon. Oh, my
I
God.
would just like to say, because that wasn't the question. It wasn't, will Caleb outplay? It was, will the Bears beat the Giants? And I was like, I cannot guarantee a Bears victory. And so then this question made me think. And I was like, okay, they did beat the Bengals, but Joe Flacco had 470 yards and 4 touchdowns.
My God, this guy just doesn't get it.
And Snoop Huntley had 30 points.
The pain runs too deep.
No, but I thought about it all, and then Wilds taught me how to do TV. He said it was simple, and I said, yeah, I'll guarantee it.
No, that's not time. Now it's a shot at me.
That's
That's not how you do it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'll guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
You got to
You
look in the
gotta say
camera.
it.
Brew, can you do it?
You gotta say it with your
Do
chest.
it.
10 toes down.
Thank you, bro.
I guarantee it.
Those are fingers, but okay.
Yeah.
10
Well, they're toes on this
toes, tingers, fingers down. I will just say this. Caleb Williams will outplay J.J. McCarthy, and the Bears probably will beat the Vikings.
I mean, I would hope if you can't, buddy. Hold on. If you bring up Mitch Trubisky or anything that happened in the standard definition era or that matter a ton to guys sitting across from Wrigley drinking old style, I'm going to lose my mind.
Those are my people.
None of it applies to this season's Bears or this season's Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, when healthy, has been bad. And he's got a bruised right hand. This should be, if you can't fully, confidently guarantee this and feel great about the Bears' chances, then Caleb's not the one.
No. It's a team game. It's a team.
But the question is, Caleb outplay.
Which is
he
why
could theoretically outplay JJ and lose.
Exactly.
Is that fair?
And that's.
I mean, really, he cooks, but
And by the way, I think the Bears are going to win. And I know, and I got there, but it just took me some time to work through the trauma.
Why did
it's
it
my
take you
process.
time?
Can I tell you something?
What?
Like jokes, I know we're having fun with it. The way I feel about the Patriots and the confidence I have with the Patriots,
he ain't there.
you're not there because I just don't. No, jokes aside, really.
You know what that might be? It might be the difference of 7 Super Bowls.
No, but I just don't know if the Bears are that good. That like we are
I don't
putting,
either.
You're putting
They're
the
not
Bears
that good.
weight like. You have the Eagles and the Rams and the Seahawks.
Yeah,
and then
I know. They might not be that
They're
good.
not
That's
even
what I've been
Tampa.
trying to
They're
tell
not
you.
even Tampa Bay.
No.
Well, again, we can't. Now we're all over the place. Tampa Bay should not be the benchmark for a team that's not that good. But go ahead.
I would say one more thing. Like, J.J. McCarthy has been so bad, and I will show the numbers. J.J. McCarthy, among 35 quarterbacks with 4 or more starts this year, has been so bad that, yes, I will guarantee that Caleb Williams will outplay J.J. McCarthy. I can't put it any simpler than that. But again, and I believe, if anyone's selling Caleb stock out there, I'm buying all of it. And I do think the Bears can make the playoffs. And I do think the Vikings have gotten carved up defensively against the Chargers and the Lions and the Ravens and the Eagles who they've played out of the bye. So I expect the Bears game to go well on Sunday. But you guys don't understand. I'm protecting myself.
No, okay, but here's the thing. I believe that you expect Caleb to outplay JJ.
I do.
Because God forbid if he doesn't. Honestly.
Yeah,
it's a disaster if he doesn't. JJ's been, I'm not saying he's going to be bad. He may or may not be, but he's
not ahead of schedule.
Up to this point, JJ's been bad, and Caleb is coming off the 2 best moments, arguably, of his career. So that part is, in one bucket. I don't think, and tell me if you agree, Brew, I think these are contradictory thoughts. I do think these 2 things are contradictory thoughts. The Bears are going to make the playoffs. The Bears might lose Sunday. I think that for the Bears if you believe the Bears are a playoff team this year, you gotta believe they're gonna be able to win what is, beat the easiest remaining divisional game they have. But you can't be swept by Minnesota in the NFC North and win and make the make the playoffs.
That's a good point. I don't think Minnesota's like a bad team.
No, but they're in that division,
you got 2 against Green Bay left, you got 1 against Detroit left, you got San Francisco left, you've got Pittsburgh left. Seeing them getting to 10 wins without this being one of them, it is a tough path, no question.
Well, this is where it's about to get odd. Because I joined in on all the tomfoolery.
You did.
Danny.
Yeah.
But is Caleb at the level where we can guarantee he's going to outplay anybody? I'm just keeping it real.
Put your 10
I said it's going to get odd. Well, I was just showing you how it's done, but I'm saying,
thank you.
I mean, Caleb is only cooked. I know this is, y'all don't like this. He's cooked against the Bengals, the Cowboys, and I guess kind of the Giants. It was a great comeback. Wasn't like he lit them up all game long. In fact, it looked like they were going to lose for much of that game. So Brian Flores, have we just totally disrespecting him now?
No, it's just they've been on a little dip.
Yeah, he hadn't been shutting down people like we expected, but I'm just saying.
He had a good game plan against the Lions.
And JJ has been bad.
Yes.
So there, other than a few quarters or plays here or there, but I'm just saying, we are not Caleb is still a 60% passer. He's still got an 86 passer rating. He still has,
His passer rating for the year is 86? I'm not saying you're wrong.
So.
That's surprising.
It's been
so I'm just saying, I would think you were right from the beginning, but it was so fun. I got caught up. I'm sorry. I got caught up.
All right, thank you. A little bit of honesty. Little bit of honesty from the 1 seed.
Let's head to Denver. Chiefs favored in Denver, and the Broncos have a 10-game home winning streak, best in the league. Nick, same question. Are you willing to guarantee Mahomes outplays Bo Nix?
Where's the camera?
There we go.
Oh, wow. Oh,
this might be the easiest and dumbest question ever asked on sports TV. It's rivaled by the time I was asked, could I guarantee Mahomes would outplay Russell Wilson in week 3? And I had to listen and be like, well, actually. And then, of course, not only did he outplay him, he was the best offensive and defensive player on either team in that game. Hashtag tackle that turned the tide.
T3, man.
I'll put some real stakes on it, KW. I will guarantee Mahomes outplays Knicks. I will guarantee the Chiefs win. And if either of those don't happen, I'll show up here Monday
No. No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean
Yeah,
no?
no, say it.
What do you mean no?
Say it.
What do you mean
I
no?
don't know how that could finish.
KW, what do you
know
think
how.
I'm gonna say?
He wants to shave his head.
That
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going to say?
KW says, I mean, that is what I was going to say.
No, just
KW says I'm not allowed to.
I'm
need
not saying you're not
we need
allowed.
a
No,
team meeting
I didn't say you're not
before
allowed
that,
to. I'm
yeah.
saying it should be a group decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I vote yes.
Then I don't know what stakes I'm allowed to put on it. That's the easiest one. I've already put. I was during the break. During the break, I was texting the great David Baker, a great poker player and one of the greatest sports gamblers in the world, who's a huge Broncos fan, adding more bets with him against, because he and I have I have a lot of bets on this game already. So I have money, financial incentive. I will now add professional or embarrassment incentive. But if you think it's bad for the trophy and shave my head, I'll figure out something else. But it's not. There is it's not a 0% chance the Chiefs lose. But they're not going to lose. But there is a 0% chance that for 3.5 hours at Mile High on Sunday, or whatever the hell they call the stadium now, it should be called Mile High, Bo Nix outplays Patrick Mahomes. 0%,
Week
Danny.
10 last year, Danny, Bo Nix completed 73%, Mahomes 66%. Mahomes had more passing yards. Yards per pass was Bo Nix. Bo Nix, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, Mahomes 1. Passer rating, Bo Nix 115, Mahomes 92.
He outplayed.
Sacked 4 times Mahomes. I'm saying it's not, and the game came down to a blocked field goal.
He outplayed him that game.
I
mean, I
I'm
think
a quarterback
you would
wins
have
guy,
to
but
say
it's not.
That he outplayed him.
I think
huge
Nick
goal.
should shave his head.
No, we had to group. If I started wearing, if I was like, if I just talked to Christine, who does all of our clothes, I was like, you know what, bolo ties. You guys should be able to weigh in.
All right,
Like, what's
it's
up
fair.
with the
All right,
bolo
that's fair.
tie?
That is totally true.
Go ahead. I want to hear from the guy who thought Russell Wilson was going to outplay Patrick
I
Mahomes
just
in week
said that
3.
that was a fair question.
And then came on here and
No.
solemnly swore he'd never doubt the Chiefs again, and that lasted 2 weeks. I just want to hear what's going here.
All I'm saying is that Russell Wilson thing was a fair question based on how the Chiefs were playing at the time. And you acknowledge the Broncos' pass rush is great.
Yeah.
And I would say to you, as someone who knows and watches the Chiefs closer than anyone, has Mahomes been good when he's been pressured this year? Because he's having the worst season of his career while pressured by far.
Yeah, I don't.
I know you don't love completion percentage and you question passer rating.
I
but
just don't love Mahomes' career rank stats.
Okay, no, okay, that's why I included at the bottom. Those numbers are 27th and 21st among
That's
quarterbacks
fair.
this
No.
year.
At the bottom is
year.
fair. The worst, second worst.
Because his career's been so good.
been so good.
Sure, but
Yeah.
we've talked sports enough. I knew you were going to walk right in it, put it there at the bottom, and and the Broncos, since we've been tracking the pressure data, only goes back to 2016, it's the best. They are going to make Mahomes snap and throw.
Yeah.
They're going to.
Yeah.
And
unlike last year when he had no competent receivers, he now has all of his receivers, and that won't work.
Oh.
You can hit Rasheed underneath, and he can.
Yeah.
take it
So
to the house.
let me ask this, Danny.
Okay. You want me to shave my head?
No.
Okay,
Which is more likely? Nix outplays Mahomes or JJ outplays Caleb?
Oh.
I'm not I think that's
JJ.
Yeah,
That's definitely.
what? You're
No, I mean, listen, man, it's Patrick Mahomes.
This guy doesn't get it.
I don't get it.
Did you just say it's more likely
your guy
JJ
is
outplays
the
Caleb?
greatest of all time.
Okay.
And my guy is a second-year pro going up against Brian Flores on the road.
So is Bo Nix is a second-year pro going up against Steve Spagnuolo. And what the transitive property of takes just tells me you have more faith in Bo Nix than you do in Caleb Williams. That's sad.
No, it does.
It's
That
sad.
is-
Hey, Brew, what
I'm
do you
sorry,
think?
Patrick Mahomes is a little bit of an outlier when discussing Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, and Caleb Williams. Which of these is not like the other? I think it's Patrick Mahomes.
Quick TV lesson.
I'm glad that these happen on air. Go ahead.
Never answer one of Nick's questions.
That is true. We have
Never answer
both
it.
had to learn that.
As soon as he says it, just be like, I'll tell you what I do know. And then just say something else. But once you start, he's got it. He's figured it out, dude. It's like jujitsu. All of a sudden, you're like. Time now for one of the most successful segments in all of sports. Parkins Picks. Hit the animation.
I am seeing the NFL very clearly. This is the official pick segment. I plug into the matrix. I see the league clearly. I'm not going to let 3-0 change me. I'm not scared of picking big games. Taking the points with Detroit. Play in the wood with the Chicago Bears. Easy, easier, and easiest. I know that I'm right. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Each and every week, my good friend Nick Wright says it feels like 3-0. I think it's 3-0. Nick, that's what 3-0 looks like. I was opposite you on Patriots Bucks, knew I was on the right side of that one. Eagles and Packers. I mean, it was ugly, but a 5.5. I mean, really a wire-to-wire cover, frankly, based on how the game went. And could anything have been easier than Ravens 3.5 against Minnesota, covering the whole way? Now, you guys have been doing a great job today. You know that we've had some technical difficulties today, technologically, so we weren't able to get all of our
Technical difficulties, technologically.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
graphically. We weren't able to get all of our graphics built for the OT, so if Nick could help me out here, I just need you to hold up this one, please, and I'll hold. We just weren't able to get our season rankings up. We weren't able to do the graphics. So these are our season rankings.
A lot of season left.
Another TV lesson.
What's that?
When someone asks you to hold a
No,
sign.
I'll play along. I deserve it. I deserve it. Listen, this is fair.
This is almost over.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What are you talking
mean,
about? It's a 3-game. If I go 3-0 and he goes 0-3, we're tied. So, no, we're 1 week apart. 1 week different in the standings.
Thank you.
But you know what? Together,
a
great segment in making money.
No, together we're a game or two below.
But I wouldn't put my picks
19
with
and 21 together.
Yeah.
It's all right. A lot of season left, buddy.
You're really dragging down the average.
Did you not do that, man? 29 and 31 is what it is.
Oh, shoot.
The
Sorry.
weekly,
Go ahead.
is that
Back
what you're
to the
saying?
picks.
Sorry.
We don't necessarily export our best football games. This game's happening in Madrid. But how do you make Dolphins Commanders fun? Coloco la madera sobre los delfines. Lay the wood on the Dolphins. Dolphins minus 2.5 against Washington. The Commanders' defense is truly pathetic. In their 5-game losing streak for Washington, I mean, points per game allowed, 35.8. Worst passing yards, worst passer rating, worst passing touchdowns, outscored by 90 points during their 5-game. We always talk about the bad vibes for Miami. 2.5-point favorite against what right now is the worst defense in football.
Wait a minute.
What's that?
Why do we have these graphics? I think you lied to me.
Well,
I was trying to be helpful because we had a lot of problems with the internet today.
as Wild said, when someone offers you to hold a sign, never walk right into his trap. That's 1-0 for this week. Let's get back to the picks if we can. How is a terrible slate of games? How do you make Texans-Titans worth watching? You lay 5.5 points with Davis Mills. But here's the reason. I'm calling for the shutout. Titans putting up 0 this week. Wow. They are an offense that cannot do anything. And the Texans, look at this. On the left, Titans offense. This graphic worked as well. On the right, Texans defense. There cannot be a bigger statistical X's and O's mismatch than the Titans offense against the Texans defense. Legitimately think the Titans are going to struggle to cross midfield
They
in this
scored
game.
20 against your
All
Chargers.
right, real quick.
Titans.
Two things. One is what you're not factoring in there is that the Titans are due, as Brew told us, in upset.
They are.
So that's a bad job by you.
They are
I did see that.
overdue.
But now I am, before you show us this third pick,
Yeah.
I am telling you right now, if your third pick is not the Chicago Bears getting 3 points, then I am unable to conceptualize that you believe in them. If he has the opportunity, he's not laying points. It's, do you believe that the Bears can even keep it close against the Vikings? I guess we're about to find out.
They're getting 3 points.
That's what I'm saying. They're not laying. If they were favored, if they're favored, then you can be like, I think they're going to win, but it's going to be weird.
It's hard to call you the Bears
Let's
guy.
see what the final pick is.
Everyone knows I'm the Caleb guy on this show. Brew, who else am I the guy of? Justin Herbert
fair.
Wow.
Who's the Herbert guy?
-3
Yeah, but what
in
are those other two?
Jacksonville. The Jaguars, there's been a little bit of talk this week about that game a few years back in the playoffs. Jaguars doing a lot of talking on social media. Throwback to the last game we played against the Chargers at home.
Yeah.
Like a weird, triumphant midseason thing about a game that was meaningless. Justin Herbert, stoic leader, dark horse MVP candidate.
Nope.
Was asked about that game. I mean, I'm sure he's shook. I'm sure he's thinking about it.
I would hope he remembers.
like
He's
a
played in
plant?
2 playoff games. One of them was the 3rd biggest collapse in the history of the
thing
league.
he said at the end was, yeah, it was a couple years ago, doesn't matter. The Jaguars are doing a lot of talking about that playoff game having some relevance. Meanwhile, that's the Brandon Staley Chargers. Justin Herbert's ready for this game.
That was weird.
That was weird? I knew
Well,
you
it's just
weren't.
not like he's Cal Ripken.
Yeah.
I mean, he played it like
I'm just saying. The Chargers are going to destroy the Jaguars in this
Okay.
game. Chargers -3, Dolphins -2.5, Texans -5.5. That'll be 6-0 in the last 2 weeks. We'll update the high-tech graphics.
Just to
for you
end the
all.
week on good vibes, is there a chance that you both could go 3-0?
Yeah, there
there
is.
is.
But what's also true is
That would
this.
be great.
Danny would rather lay 5.5 with Davis Mills than get 3 with Caleb Williams.
Tough one.
Question is biggest takeaway from last night's game, which, they're not going to send the tape to Canton or anything, but I would just say sometimes you can just tell that a game is slow for a player, and Drake May just seems to be in total control. He's got a 320-pounder chasing him to the right sideline, and he's like waving with his left arm as he's rolling right. Like, go D, like calling him out on the scramble drill, and then floating a ball over a guy's head, and it's just like not gunning it in there, not using his rifle of an arm. Like just when he needs to throw it hard, he throws it hard. When he needs to lob it, he lobs it. Like he's got it. And I knew it before last night's game. I loved him coming out of North Carolina, but it just solidified it, man. Like he's got eyes in the back of his head. Wildly, wildly impressive, and the Patriots have their guy for the next 15 years.
Yeah, coming out of North Carolina, I saw him a lot like Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold struggled mightily early, as we all know, and has now become the quarterback that a lot of people expected him to be coming out of college. And that was because his touchdown to interception ratio was close to 50-50, and that was a real concern. And the thing that he's done a nice job of, to your point, is he has been able to slow things down, and there's a nice presence in the pocket. There's a couple, this is a great example right here, where he's got the 2 defenders coming up, they're gonna go past him, he's able to step up in the pocket and then find an outlet.
And a lot of guys, correct me if I'm wrong, like when they do the first part, then they're like, the clock's ticking so fast that then they like gun it as fast as they can.
They gun it, or they're looking for a place to run. They're not, their eyes aren't downfield as they're stepping up. They're defaulting to the next answer, which is usually taking off and running. So that's been really positive too. I was concerned about whether or not they would have a letdown, because when you are this successful with such a young team, it's very easy to get overconfident and then lose games that you shouldn't. And last night was a game that they could have lost that they shouldn't, but instead they handled it really well and showed a lot of poise collectively.
So that's how it slowed down for the Patriots quarterback. On the other side, Mr. Jets postgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the case for the Jets.
Yeah, sometimes I got to take a breath, man, because when you talk about a quarterback and me being a former Jet, and I'm talking about Justin Fields, man, it comes off personal, so I got to breathe a little bit. I don't have anything personal towards Justin Fields. When I'm frustrated with the Jets organization, in particular Aaron Glenn, because, Coach, you maybe can admit to this, the schedule's a schedule. The record is the record right now. And when you're in this position, you have to now stand in front of your team if you're Aaron Glenn and say, hey, man, it's one game at a time. We just need one win at a time, and we build from there. When you turn on the tape last night and you watch Justin Fields struggle in the first half and the way he's been playing, this is who he is, right? You talk about a quarterback who lacks going through his 1-2-3 progression. He panics in the pocket. He's late with the football. He needs to see it to throw it. There's things in his game that proves to you that he's not a competent NFL quarterback. There has to be a standard. And outside of week 1 against the Steelers, he just hasn't met that standard. So now I'm saying to myself, okay, if this is who he is, let's fix it, right? And you have a quarterback in Tyrod Taylor who's a wily old vet, been around, done things, meets the standard as a quarterback, and you choose not to go to him in the second half. And I'm pissed off because on the defensive side of the ball, Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner are gone, right? But defensively, the Jets were in that game. They were scrappy good. Offensively, you watch every other piece around them show up and do their best, and there's one position that's holding them back, and that's the quarterback position, and that's solely because Aaron Glenn is loyal to Justin Fields. And I'm saying to myself, all right, so what is this really about? Are we tanking without saying we're tanking, or do we really feel like Justin Fields is our quarterback for the future? So there's so many mixed messages, and I'm so frustrated because you have this young core group. To Coach's point, the New England Patriots had that big win against the Bucs, and for everybody outside, we was like, man, Patriots going to roll the Bills. The Patriots going to roll the Jets. That wasn't the case. The Jets showed up for a fight. They were just outgunned, and then they have a quarterback that can to move the sticks. So I'm just more mad at Aaron Glenn because he's failing his team and he's not leading them when there's an easy fix at the quarterback position.
And what's so interesting to me is Aaron talked about today. He doesn't want Justin to run as much as he is. To me, I'd go the other way.
Yeah.
That's what he does really well. So I would lean into him.
What are you saving him for? You don't honestly think he's the quarterback for the future.
Right.
Like,
and I think he does a good job of protecting himself when he runs with the football. I would 100% lean into him running the football, that being the most dangerous thing he does, and then build off of that. And the other real issue with the Jets is they've got 1 turnover through 10 games, which is an NFL record.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have no interceptions is also an NFL record. I mean, that part's pretty dramatic as well.
I watched Justin Field every snap he took for the Bears. Looked a lot like the guy last night.
Same guy.
Talented, but just not improving,
but
not
DP,
progressing.
whose fault is that? That's not his fault because he's proven you who he is. It's Aaron Glenn's fault.
I agree completely. Sunday night, maybe the game of the week. My Lions take on Willie's Eagles. Primetime, Lions coming off the monster win over the Commanders. Eagles got it over the Packers. Saquon talked about the big matchup that I wanted to see last year. Coach, who needs a statement more, Lions or Eagles?
Well, they both need it for different reasons. I think that at the end of the day, Detroit's going to get the better of them. And what could happen here is if Jameson Williams goes out and has a big game, it could light a real huge fire in Philadelphia. Because I don't know if you guys saw the quotes from Jameson last game where Dan Campbell at the start of the second half said, "We're going to get you the ball. I'm going to feed you the ball." And then Jameson talked about the fact that he did feed it to him, and he designed plays for him, and he caught 3 balls for 47 yards and a touchdown. And that, to me, makes A.J. Brown go, wait a second, they're doing this in Detroit. They did this their last game. Why can't they do it for me? And if he goes out and has a big game against Philly doesn't, and this is how it's happening, it could be really
I like
volatile.
that angle. And that was the play call before the touchdown when Dan Campbell kind of gave it the little fist bump, right?
But they had a whole conversation coming out of the tunnel. I am getting you the ball this drive. And then Jameson talked about, the fact that they had those plays that fed him the ball.
Yeah, for me, it's the Eagles because I feel like Detroit's fighting for seeding and the Eagles are fighting for an identity. And there's 2 different conversations, and it goes a lot to what Coach is saying. The Detroit Lions know who they are. They don't have to prove to anybody who they are. They're tough, they're physical, they're disciplined. And now that you have Dan Campbell really taking reins of this thing and saying, hey, man, we're going to play a brand of football that's going to prepare us to be successful in January. Right now, we don't know who the Philadelphia Eagles are on offense. We just don't, especially after Monday's performance against the Packers. Defensively, I think they played a lot better. I like the addition of Brandon Graham and some of the things they did during the trade deadline. But for the Eagles, man, I'm waiting for them to put it all together. We just haven't seen them look complete. Jalen Hurts looks like he's unhinged at times. AJ's still AJ. And we're waiting for Saquon and Barkley to kind of be that superhero that he just hasn't popped off the tape. So I just want them to put it all together. So for me, if this is a statement game that they needed to be had, it has to be for the Eagles. They got to put it together.
So that's so fascinating to me because, I think that a lot of what you're saying makes sense, but they still do have rings on their finger. You're like, what's the Eagles' identity? It's the defending champs, is it not?
Yeah, but we're talking about this season.
Right.
I understand.
I get
your
it.
resume is your resume, but when you're competing for a new season and you start looking around the league and you start looking at the Seahawks, you start looking at the Rams, and you start looking at some of the teams that know who they are and they're playing a brand of football that scares you, you question what can I bring to the table to beat those teams. If you had to line up right now, Rams versus Eagles, who gives you the edge? I'm going Rams.
Me too.
Eagles versus Seahawks. I'm going Seahawks.
Well, but in this game, so I lean with Lions in the game, and I think the statement is more for the Lions as well, because the Eagles still, like, even over all the noise, all the A.J. Brown stuff, they still can say, we beat the Chiefs this year. We beat the Bucks this year. We beat the Cowboys this year. Like, they have impressive wins this season. Not the Cowboys are that impressive.
But to me, I see they're being dominant in a bad division. Giants suck. Washington's hurt. I mean, the Eagles are they're better because everybody else sucks in the division. So I don't see them like in a division where like, oh, well, they're bullying the other good teams. They're just in a bad division being the bullies.
I understand. The Lions, though, don't have a signature win this year. Like, the Eagles did beat the Chiefs. The Eagles do have their division locked up. Like, the Eagles do have a clean path. They're the favorites to be the 1 seed. The Lions...
And they beat the Rams by a blocked field goal. It wasn't like a dominant performance.
I'm not... No. Yeah. Listen, they're 13th in point differential. Nothing about the Eagles has been dominant, but you just got to win the games. The Lions, I think, if you beat Philly, who are the champs, who I think they were on a collision course with last year, I think it's validating. I think that is like, oh, yeah, we can win the Super Bowl this year.
Well, the other big part of this is when Dan Campbell took over play calling, it was against Washington, who doesn't have a great defense. Now we're going against Philadelphia. Let's see if that same type of energy and production can translate against this defense. Otherwise, you made a move, a significant move, and it could, potentially backfire.
I'm going to soft launch this take now. Okay. If the Lions have a massive offensive game and beat Philly, Dan Campbell should be the favorite for Coach of the Year. He won't be.
Because he needs that to get it?
Well, no, I mean, McDonald, Steichen, Vrabel, all those guys are way ahead of him, but, like, you lose both coordinators and you take over play calling, like, he's going to have a really compelling case.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.